What if happiness isn't something you chase? What if it's something you can actually build? For decades, psychology focused mainly on what's wrong with people: depression, anxiety, trauma, and mental illness. While understanding these problems is important, three pioneering researchers, Shane J. Lopez, Jennifer Teramoto Pedrotti, and Charles Richard Snyder asked a different question: what makes life worth living? Their book, Positive Psychology: The Scientific and Practical Explorations of Human Strengths, explores the science behind happiness, resilience, hope, optimism, and human flourishing. And here's the surprising part. Positive psychology isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about discovering and developing the strengths that help us thrive even when life is difficult. In the next few minutes, you'll learn the key ideas from this groundbreaking book and how to apply them to your own life. The birth of positive psychology. For much of the 20th century, psychology operated like a repair shop. The goal was simple: identify what's broken and fix it. But in the late 1990s, psychologists began to realize something was missing. Helping people move from suffering to normal was valuable, but what about moving from normal to exceptional? What helps people become happier, more fulfilled, and more resilient? This question sparked the positive psychology movement. Instead of focusing only on weaknesses, researchers began studying strengths. Instead of asking why people fail, they asked why some people succeed despite adversity. Instead of focusing solely on mental illness, they explored mental wellness. The result was a revolutionary shift in how we understand human potential. The authors argue that every person possesses strengths that can be identified, developed, and used to create a more meaningful life. And the best news, many of these strengths can be learned and strengthened over time. The power of hope. One of the book's most powerful concepts is hope. Charles Snyder, one of the authors, devoted much of his career to studying hope scientifically. Most people think hope is simply wishing for something good to happen, but Snyder discovered that hope is much more than wishful thinking. According to his research, hope has three components. First, clear goals. Second, pathways, the ability to create multiple routes to those goals. Third, agency, the belief that you can take action to achieve them. Think about it. When obstacles appear, low-hope individuals often quit. High-hope individuals do something different. They find another route. If one door closes, they look for another. If plan A fails, they create plans B, C, and D. The lesson is simple. Hope isn't a feeling, it's a strategy. And the more hopeful you become, the more resilient and successful you tend to be. Strengths over weaknesses. One of the most practical lessons from the book is this: great lives are built by maximizing strengths, not obsessing over weaknesses. Think about elite athletes. The greatest basketball player doesn't become great by spending all day improving weaknesses. They become great by developing their strongest abilities to extraordinary levels. The same principle applies to life. Many people spend years trying to become average at things they're naturally bad at. Positive psychology suggests a different approach. Identify your natural talents. Develop them intentionally. Use them daily. Research shows that people who regularly use their strengths experience greater happiness, higher engagement, better performance, stronger relationships, more life satisfaction. The authors encourage readers to ask, what am I naturally good at? What energizes me? When do I feel most alive? The answers often point directly toward your strengths. Optimism and resilience. Life will never be free from challenges. The question isn't whether adversity will arrive. The question is how you'll respond when it does. This is where optimism becomes important. Positive psychology defines optimism as the tendency to expect positive outcomes while still acknowledging reality. Optimistic people aren't blind to problems. They simply believe problems can be overcome. Research shows optimistic individuals tend to recover faster from setbacks, perform better under pressure, maintain healthier relationships, experience better physical health. The authors explain that resilient people view setbacks as temporary, specific, and manageable. For example, failing an exam doesn't mean you're a failure. It means you performed poorly on one test. Losing a job doesn't mean your career is over. It means one chapter has ended. This shift in perspective dramatically changes how we experience challenges. Positive emotions matter. Many people believe success creates happiness. Positive psychology suggests the opposite may also be true. Happiness can help create success. Positive emotions such as gratitude, joy, curiosity, love, and inspiration expand our thinking. They help us become more creative. They improve problem solving. They strengthen relationships. And over time, they build psychological resources that support long-term well-being. One simple exercise highlighted by positive psychology research is gratitude. Every day, write down 3 things you're thankful for. It sounds almost too simple. Yet numerous studies show that practicing gratitude can increase happiness and improve overall well-being. Small habits often create extraordinary results. The formula for flourishing. The central message of this book is powerful. You are not defined by your weaknesses. You are shaped by the strengths you choose to develop. Positive psychology teaches us that flourishing comes from having hope, building resilience, using our strengths, practicing gratitude, cultivating optimism, and pursuing meaningful goals. Happiness isn't a destination waiting somewhere in the future. It's a skill, a practice, a way of living. As Shane Lopez, Jennifer Pedrotti, and Charles Snyder demonstrate throughout this book, every person has the potential not just to survive, but to truly flourish. So here's a question for you. What's one strength you can develop this week to create a better future for yourself? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this summary, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell for more life-changing book insights.